It's
All right.
not a death.
We are back. Seamless transition back this time. Good job, Ash. You're good at streaming. Um,
Yay. So
okay.
professional.
So, give.
Yeah.
You're currently amongst a gaggle of refugees.
Mm.
What do?
Yeah.
You're in the so you I mean like you're in the loading bay. You can see the area like to the back of the it's the door that goes into the back of the what is now the barracks,
Yeah.
which is like the back area where all the pins used to be loaded and still have all the pins
Yeah.
and things.
Oh, cool. Okay. So the back door to the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean
That
that's like where
seems.
you went through to like to come out here,
Oh, is
right?
that where we went? Oh, okay, correct. But it wasn't where I went through the first time I went into that area. I went through a
No,
different.
no, that was different because you came in
Cool.
like there through the actual mall.
Yeah. Where does the crowd seem to be going in? Are they going
They
in
seem to be
there?
going like into the actual mall space, like where
Okay.
it's all like paved and light.
All right.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I am
And
gonna.
you can see that there's like a couple of car keys are like ushering them in
Okay.
and like
Well, no.
looking
I'm gonna
desperately
try.
fucking like terrified, but also trying to do their
Mm-hmm.
job, right? Like,
Yeah. I am gonna scoot out of the way and diverge from the group then, as subtly as possible.
yeah, you
And
can
I'm
do
gonna
that.
go for that back door and try and sneak the fuck in.
Yeah, you do that.
Sneaky.
You do not need to
Okay.
roll for that. You just
Okay.
duck into the. So yeah, you get into the like back area with like the machine that like loads all the pins and everything.
Yeah.
And
I would
like
like to. No,
um
sorry, go on.
and like this area has like heaps and heaps of like piles of like old clothes like and like shoes and things, right? That are just like piled up and like they've been obviously been like shoved through the area where the pins come in and like there's this weird smell of like like far gone moldering clothes, right? They're just like years of of like clothes that have become too dirty to wear have just been like shoved into here and it's like piled up.
I mean, I think it kind of reminds me of like what my den would be like if I really like let it go, but
Yeah.
I don't think I'm quite that messy. So like
Yeah.
the piles of clothes are familiar and comfy, but the smell not so much.
Yeah.
So I think I'd like to like basically like hunker down next to one of these awful smelling piles of clothes and kind of try and peer into the main area of the alley. But more importantly, I want to listen. I want to take a moment to listen and see if I can hear Newton
Yeah, right, cool.
or the radio. But more importantly, I'm listening for Newton to try and get an idea of where.
And you want to not be seen.
I want to not be.
That's acting under fire.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie.
Because I think you hear movement through there, right? Like, you know that there are people in there.
Okay, so I don't specifically have to roll to like.
You know that there are people in there, you don't know more than that.
Okay. Okay, 8.
Alright.
For
So. Yeah, like, you're gonna. Like, yeah, I think the thing is that, yeah, you don't get noticed as such, but I want to just double check the options for like half success on that.
hesitate.
You flinch,
Yeah.
hesitate, or stall. The MC will offer you a hard bargain, worse outcome, or an ugly choice.
Right, cool, awesome.
I think, or is that the Dungeon World version?
No, that's the one. Yep, yeah, it's basically that.
Okay.
Um, or you like, yeah, you lose track of something is the other one, isn't it? That's
I think isn't that one of the harm
that's
move
harm.
options?
That's harm.
Yep.
So yeah, worst outcome, hard bargain or ugly choice. So yeah, I think with the 7 to 9, you can. I think you're slow, right? You're too slow when you're being quiet, and I think you see Newton lock the door and then like follow the instructions of one of the khakis, who is telling them to like leave. and you see the like big jingly keychain go onto their belt and onto his belt, and like, and then like this khaki is like ushering everyone out of the barracks, and it's people who are like trying to climb out of sleeping bags and stuff, and they're all being like herded back towards that main mall area,
So
including
there's
Newton.
one khaki,
One khaki is in here. There's not a lot of them left.
and there's Newton.
Oops.
Yeah.
Who else is in the room?
I'm gonna say six.
I'm
Six.
so proud.
Like civilians that are being moved.
Is the door open or closed currently to the main mall area?
Open.
Can I hear or see more people outside?
Yes, you can see the movement of more people outside, and you can hear the movement of more people outside. So that door goes into like a working area, and then it leads into the main mall. So. So they're all being funneled in that direction.
Okay. Well, I don't have a reliable way to get the keys at this moment, so instead I'm going to try to use this opportunity differently.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to read this situation,
Yep.
and get some questions, because
Sure.
like I like there's this moment where like Giv is
It
staring
becomes charged
at
when you
me.
notice the keys, right? Like that's when it becomes a
Yeah.
charged stage.
Well, also like
And also,
everyone's
there's
obviously
there's
scared.
murder happening
Yeah.
at a large scale.
Yeah. But yeah, like there's this moment, I think, like a sort of close up of Giv's eyes, like, and a close up of the like keychain, and they get that look of like, I want that thing, I want the thing. But then yeah, like they kind of look and assess everyone, and like realize that there's not really a reliable way to get that thing right now and get away with it.
Yep.
So instead, they're
Yeah.
going to assess the situation. I'm gonna read a sitch. Okay. Come on. God damn it! No.
You still get a question, and plus you get one of your
I
bonus
do.
questions.
That's true.
You get those,
I do.
so you get 2 questions
Alright.
on a failure, right?
I do get 2 questions on a failure, but bad stuff will still happen. Alright. So questions. My questions are, which enemy is the biggest threat? And would also like to know who here would do what I ask?
So Newton is definitely the biggest threat. No, you know what? Newton would be the biggest threat because he's angry and he throws his weight around, right? Like he's used to being important and being able to just fuck people up if he needs to, right? But I think actually the biggest threat here is potential panic, right? Like people like currently.
Well, is that a threat to me and my aims though?
You're
That's how things get
child.
unpredictable,
Yeah. Okay.
right?
Yeah, like if you were a child who gets caught in a riot,
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah,
like
it's a
yes.
bad time.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Bad time.
And who here would do what you ask? Done the right way, the khaki, right? In that you look like a child who might be scared, who might need something.
Okay.
And the khaki is currently trying to reduce the amount of panic that is happening.
All right. I could actually work with that. I could work with that. I would like to break cover.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to run.
Do you fall down
Like-
onto some like bowling pins?
Yeah. Yeah, and like scramble toward the khaki. Like sort of like clearly like say, calling out like for help and things like that.
Yep.
gonna run toward the khaki and try to like sort of get up next to them.
Yeah.
And say like, help, you've got to help me.
Yeah.
And
So this
like,
older
yeah.
white guy with like you know well white hair and like male pattern baldness and like a soul patch is like you can tell that he's the guy that was like ran as soon as there was gunfire, and now he's trying to like do the right thing, and it's like oh god, and like yeah, he's like looking at you. He's like, this way, we're all going this way, we're going to be safe.
So I have a question, but it's outside of like, I can't.
I mean, you can ask me a question, and the point is that
Well, I kind of almost like to read this person specifically. Like, there is something, like I want to trigger a particular kind of reaction in this situation and in this person, but I don't know enough about them to know how to go about doing that. So I don't know whether I have
this is
time.
charged. This interaction is charged.
Okay. All right. Okay. I would like to try and read them then.
Okay.
Because there is a certain thing I want to try and achieve here.
Yeah. So like, yeah. What does it look like as you're like trying to get your read on them? How are you doing that?
Yeah. I think I actually do this as I'm talking. So, oh yeah, no, I know what this is. I think it's a combination of like speaking and judging the response, but also I think like while they're like interacting with this person, Give has like one hand kind of behind their back, and they're making a gesture like they're tuning the radio.
Yeah,
And like
right.
as they're watching the person's face, they're just like kind of doing
Does Gift
this
cold
and
read
trying-
people? Is that a thing?
I reckon. Well, I think that's sort of like
Like you're
that's
just
sort of
throwing out a whole bunch of things and seeing which ones
Yeah,
react.
yeah. It's a combination
exactly.
of
And
cold
following
reading
that trend.
and actually being psychic. It's
Yeah,
those two
right.
things used in parallel.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
Ironically.
Yeah, exactly.
That's glorious. I love that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do, because I want to find the thing that I can say about the situation outside. Probably not true, but I want to find the thing that will make this person like freak out. I want to make them scared. I want to
Cool.
make them panic.
Right. Well, roll the dice.
Such that they lose control of the situation. Okay, come on. Yes! Fuck yeah! 11.
So yeah, you tell them about how you saw the big person with the gun go into the mall.
Right, yeah, okay, absolutely. That's it. That's exactly it. Yeah, I'm like, no, we can't go in there. We can't go in there because the big, scary person
The Sasquatch.
went in there with the gun,
Sasquatch.
and they're gonna kill people, and they might kill me. And yeah, like just like sort of wide eyes, you know, kind of grabbing hold of this person.
And I think the other thing that you say is, and they got their muddy boots all over the tiles, right? Like like you give them some irrelevant detail that makes them go, oh, this is a real thing, right?
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
panic
because
and freak out.
normal children don't know to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They now panic and freak out, and
Okay.
start trying to get everyone. And like Newton's like, and they're like turn everyone around, and they're like, no, come back in here, quickly,
Yeah.
quickly. And like Newton's like, what the fuck is going on now?
So what I'm attempting to do here is to actually cause the thing that is most dangerous. I want to cause, like,
You're
panic
doing
in
a
the
good
room.
job.
I want chaos in the room to happen,
That is
such
what's
that
happening.
I can pickpocket the fuck out of Newton.
Do that. Do you have a thing
That
for
is-
Sounds like
pickpocketing?
acting under fire.
Do you have a thing for pickpocketing, or are you acting under fire? Where the fire is potentially being crushed by a giant man.
Yeah.
Like there is
I feel
real
like
physical
that-
harm that might happen here.
Yeah.
You are a child. He is
I'm a
a
child.
like what,
Very
like
big
150
person.
kilo dude.
Yeah.
I reckon in relative terms, like Newton's harm, even with his bare hands, is probably like base 2 harm or something.
Yeah, right?
against a
Exactly.
kid. Like
Or
he's
wait,
a big fucking dude.
the other option is, so the room that Newton has as like his office room,
Mm-hmm.
is that like only got one door? Is that like an enclosed space?
Yep. It's
Because that's the other way to do it, is to say like to try and advocate for getting everyone in that room, like all of the civilians in that room.
I mean, currently you've achieved panic.
True, which is the opposite of that. So no, let's just go with it. I've put myself into this situation. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try and take the keys and risk being crushed by a large man. Am I acting? I don't know if I'm acting on the answers to anything here. I don't think I am.
Newton is the biggest threat.
True.
Yep.
That's true. And panic. Okay, yeah, I am. All right. Okay, cool. So is
Well,
that
I mean,
one?
it's Ash's call, but
My
I
question
feel
here
like
is: are you acting in defiance of the answers?
True,
which I
I
think you
am
are.
actually. I've
I
got.
don't think
What's the
you're-
biggest danger? I'm going to do that. You're right.
I mean, I feel like acting with an awareness of the
That's
answers
true.
still counts.
Tell
right?
me how
Like,
you're being aware of and avoiding the danger because you know that answer.
Well, my plan, particularly with Newton, my plan for neutralizing him as a threat is to have him like thoroughly distracted. So it's not so much that I'm not intending to interact with him directly. I'm hoping that he will be amongst panicking people enough that he's not.
How are you avoiding getting hurt in the panic? Is my question.
I mean, that depends how people are panicking, because
They're running
he-
through the space.
yeah, okay.
just hide yourself in Newton's wake.
Yeah,
He's a
that's
big
sort of what
dude.
I'm
No one's
thinking.
running straight into him. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I'm not imagining that anyone would really get right up in his personal space. So,
Yep, legit.
but I'm hoping that his attention will be drawn.
Yeah, definitely. Then you can use the
in
you
the
can use that
immortal
bonus.
words,
Okay.
in the immortal words of one of those hobbits from the Lord of the Rings, the closer we are to danger, the further we are from harm.
That's it. Exactly. So do I add one?
Apparently.
Excellent what an excellent bad hobbit accent.
Thank you. You
It
add
was-
1. I get to add 2 because I am the
you
battle
do a
babe,
special.
and I'm badass.
8.
8.
Ooh.
Um,
Hang on a minute, if that's an 8, can I roll to aid?
Only if you go.
'Cause I
into the
feel
ho-
like-
only if you go into the actual mall.
I mean, I feel like picking pockets is something that Sunrise and Give have had to do to survive before.
I don't.
I
Think
feel
I've
like-
done
Nah,
this-
I'm not.
I
I'm
don't
not.
think
I'm
I've-
not.
Okay,
letting
that's
that
fair.
happen.
That's fair.
I think this is.
If you
I
want to
think
help
this is
here,
a-
you have to give up that cat and mouse and actually start fucking firing into civilians.
Nah,
Ugh.
not happening.
No, let's take the ugly whatever. Hard bargain, ugly choice.
I mean, the hard bargain is you can take them if you get hurt.
Yeah.
It's 2 harm. Do you want the 2 harm and the keys? Up to you.
Yes,
Cool.
I do.
Yeah, it's a special. 2 for 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So what happens is you just get he like goes to lean over and grab something from behind the thing, from behind the bar,
Yep.
the service desk, and like you just get smashed up against it, right? Like just smushed, right?
Yeah.
You take 2 harm from like broken ribs, and like yeah, and you hold the keys in your hand as he leaves.
So do I roll the harm move? How does this?
Yeah, you roll the harm move, and Newton leaves with a fucking shotgun.
Okay. No, not exchanging
Oh,
harm. Is it exchanging harm? Yes, but
No, it's not exchanging harm. You're taking harm.
No. I just can't find.
Oh, so the harm move, sorry, is in peripheral moves.
peripheral moves. Okay.
Yep.
Harm.
So you're rolling 2d6 plus 2.
All right. 2d6 plus 2. Okay.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Oh,
buddy.
that's not low. That's not low. That's a 12. That's
Oh,
low.
I think that might be the first time we've seen a 10 plus on the harm move.
Oh god, yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I think it is. Oh, this is not. I'm sorry, Em. This is you're not gonna have a
Can-
good time.
Yeah.
I don't suppose I can hinder, like the harm roll doesn't act like that, does it?
No.
No.
Okay,
Okay.
it's not loading properly, so I can't read the big version.
So the MC,
I get
the
to
MC
choose.
can,
I get to choose, and I'm
yeah,
trying
the-
to choose between just like, nah, fuck it,
more harm.
more harm.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You have internal bleeding. You are
Shit.
at 9 o'clock. You go from 0 to 9 in
Oh,
a single
shit.
in being like crushed by like a child is crushed by the full weight of a huge dude, and like. Yeah, it is like being hit by a car for you,
Okay.
right? He's got like, and like, it's Newton. He's got like, studded belts with like spikes on them all over him and
Oh,
stuff like that,
yeah.
right? Like, yeah.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
like as soon as
Okay.
this happens, you see spots, you taste blood, and
Here's
then he's gone.
here's the
right?
here's
Like,
the
and, like,
only good
yeah.
news. The only good news is that it doesn't start to get worse on its own until you hit 10.
Yeah.
So as long as you can avoid taking any more harm,
harm.
you should be fine.
Are you sure it's not
Okay.
9 o'clock that gets worse on its own? I'm gonna
It's
check
harm
that.
after 9 o'clock, which I've always read as it starts at 10, that
I'm
starts
going to
happening.
check that because I'm pretty sure 9 o'clock is when it starts getting worse on its own. But I'm going to check.
That's fair.
That's so bad.
I just
So,
don't know
yeah.
that the wording is... Yeah, I think it's like one of those, like, depends on how you pass the sentence.
Yep. No, that's cool. I will think about that. In the meantime, you hold the keys in your hand.
Okay.
You
You did
can, for free,
Yay.
go and unlock that door.
Yes, good. I will unlock the door.
Um,
And I will go inside, and then I will lock the door behind me.
Yep. Sunrise.
Yes.
I love the gunfire stopped, as did like it became quiet, and you heard the like patter 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 of someone just like running along a pavement, right? Like,
Yep.
like
Along,
in
like,
the
feet
silence.
crunching in the snow along the pavement.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Yeah, because
That's
like it's
like-
you know they've got a lot of labor. That doesn't mean they have enough labor to just like waste time keeping.
Oh no, this place
every
is
foot
covered in
path
snow.
clean.
Yeah,
like
definitely. Yeah.
no one has
And you
that
can,
many
you can
resources.
definitely follow
Even
those
the man.
footprints, right? Like,
Yep.
'cause
So
no
here's
one was
here's the
going around
question.
here
Here's the
before.
question. Yeah, here's the question. Once I round the corner, am I the cat?
Yes.
Or is it unclear who is the cat and who is the mouse?
No, you're the cat.
Yeah, I mean they are leaving a trail for me to follow, very obligingly. Am I still acting on the answer that the 2 of 4 is in charge?
No,
That's fair. I mean they're not
they're no
anymore.
longer in charge. It's not
Nope.
the same situation. Hot diggity.
Cool.
Cool.
Cool. I caught me a mouse. All right, what the fuck does this do?
So I can,
It says you've driven them first. Yeah, so on a hit, you catch or prey out. On a 10 plus, you've driven them first to a place of your choosing. Say where.
so, yeah. Where do you want to find them? Because I can tell you where they want to. Like, here's the thing. I'm going to give you the option, right? Like, you can
Yeah.
choose.
I mean, look,
or-
if they want to go inside by a safe secret route that takes me closer to the man, I'm very happy to catch them there. That's okay by me.
So here's the thing. This
Yep.
here.
Yep.
There's 2 glass
Oh,
doors
sorry.
on. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm still looking at the move. I can't actually see the map underneath. If you could just ping that again.
This little like out bit
Yep. Yep.
has
cool.
2 glass doors on either side.
Yep.
One of them is just smashed in.
Yep.
And he runs through there, and like is going up an escalator, like running up a stopped escalator, right?
Yeah.
And this is the point at which you just like you catch him, right? Like he's there.
Yeah, I just stroll in down the bottom and I just like
And
shoot
he's
him
caught
in
on
the
a
spine.
fucking- yeah, right.
Yeah, I just shoot him in the spine as he's like halfway up.
I'm trying to work out whether or not he knows you're there. I mean, he's running away from you. He's got to like,
Yeah, he knows that he's being pursued.
yeah,
Yeah, like it's definitely I think it's a move Like it's
I'm
not.
trying to work out-
It's not
I'm-
sucker
I'm-
someone.
It's not sucker
It's not sucker
someone.
someone with no chance of missing.
Yeah, there's a chance.
It's like
of
he's
missing,
not
so-
fighting back, so it's maybe sucker
He's
someone
got
with
the
a
same
chance
gun as
with
you.
just a. But is he shooting me? Like he's just running, right? Like this isn't a firefight. It just sounds like this is sucker someone, but there's a chance I could miss.
Yeah, so which
If
is...
all he's trying to do is outpace me.
Yeah. Yep.
So I just roll plus go aggro. I just
Yeah.
roll go aggro.
Yeah, go aggro. That's exactly right. Yep.
Cool. And for me, I roll that plus cool because I'm a battle babe. And I'm cool as hell. Alright, so he gets to choose one of those mill options.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he gets the hell out of your way, right? He makes it to the top of the escalator and
Yep.
like ducks around the side, and then I think he comes back over the edge and like he's gonna try and fire around at you, fire a
Yeah,
burst
great.
at you.
Great, let's have a fight. I'm down.
Yep.
Bring it, motherfucker.
Yeah. The question is, like if you want him dead, then he's gonna fight. He's gonna try and shoot you, because he.
Yeah, great. Let's have a firefight.
Now here's the fun question. I don't think either of you are trying to see something. I think you are trying to just kill each other. Sounds
I
like
think
that's
sounds
your
fair.
motivation.
I think, what is it, single combat? Or whatever the
Sounds
move
like
is?
simple. Like you want him dead, don't you?
Yes.
Cool. If you don't want anything else from him, then fucking single combat.
Yeah, like I want him dead and then I will climb the escalator. It's not like I'm trying to kill him as part of climbing the escalator.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
I mean,
cool.
or do you want to be up the escalator? That's the question.
I mean, that's the secondary objective.
Okay, cool.
I'll get to that. Like, first things first, I want him dead, so I'm not going on with an enemy behind me. Like,
Yeah,
that is
cool.
not good
Roll hard.
practice. Roll hard?
Yep.
Nice.
On a 7 and 9, choose
Ooh.
1. You inflict terrible harm or you suffer little harm. Remember, he has the same gun as you, which is 3.
He does, but I am a small gang, and he is a man.
That's true. He's got body
Does
armor.
he, like, based on what I've seen of him so far, does it look like 3 armor?
No, 2 armor.
Yeah, I was just like,
Conveniently.
he looks like he's got, like, the same kind of quality of armor as everyone we've seen so far.
Yeah. I have to turn off those notification sounds.
I'm gonna choose to suffer little harm.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm already gonna do him 6.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, I just wanted to know whether or not he was going to do anything to you.
Yeah.
I think
And
he
I
doesn't.
suffer -1. Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't do anything to you. So
Yep.
single combat involves him being shot, and you
Yeah.
walking and you bleeding your way up an escalator.
Yep. That's the plan. It's all part of the plan.
At which point,
And then once I
what's great?
and
What's
then once
great
I-
about this, right?
Yep.
Is that this mall here where you've just gone is the same central mall, so you've just proved Gives point, right? Gunshots have just rang out in the mall.
I up a story.
No,
'Cause
you
I
were
just went up an
on the
escalator?
base story, and he was up a story.
Yep.
So
Yeah, but now I'm going
now
up
you're
a
up
story.
a story. Yes, but
Yeah.
the point was that gunshots rang out in the mall.
A single gunshot. It only took one.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Just
Like
That's
Yeah.
it's fine.
it was not an extended fight. Like
yeah.
yeah, and I think Sunrise just like slowly and like patiently and cautiously like ascends the stairs, like scanning the layout of the top and figuring out what's going on and trying to match up like the details of what they are seeing with the part of their eye that is still fixed on the man.
Okay, so you did that. eye is
And
just
the
looking-
moment
that
that
eye is
leads to
looking
his
straight
death.
up above you. You get upstairs, right?
Yep.
And there's an
So it's the
open
next story
elevator.
up.
There's an elevator shaft, and
Yep.
and like it's probably a really nice ladder, right? Like
Yep.
it's probably like a safety ladder that is like specifically so that someone can climb up and down without issue.
Yep.
No,
All right, so
no,
there's
actually,
not like
no,
a
it is.
functional.
It's a fucking elevator, right?
Yep.
There is an elevator there, and the lights are on.
Yeah. Cool.
And,
the lights are on
and,
as
like,
if it
the
is
thing
about
that
to
shows
move.
the thing that shows the direction.
The
the direction, right? The doors are closed. The thing that shows the direction
Yep.
has like clearly got like been like broken by something at some point, so it doesn't show what level it is. But the lights are
Yep.
on for the little like go up or down buttons.
Yeah, cool. So I'm going to I'm going to call the elevator to go up.
Yep. It comes. You hear a ding, and you hear level 1.
Yep. I'm going to go inside.
Yep.
Is there a level 3 to this building?
It has ground, level 1, and level 2. So you're
All
on
right. So
level 1.
So what I'm going to do is I open the access hatch in the ceiling of the elevator and check if I stand on top of the elevator as it rides, will I be crushed against a ceiling?
Yes.
Or is there like
you would
Or is there, like,
you'd be acting
enough
under fire to
space?
not be caught in gears, right? Like to not be like like the cable gear.
All right. Okay. So I think what's going on here, Ash, actually is like I think Sunrise is reading this situation.
Yes.
Like Sunrise is
good
looking
answer.
at this tactical situation, figuring out
Great.
how do I get up there without getting shot full of bullets that will inevitably open fire on me when the doors open.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Ask your questions,
Nice.
friend. Battle baby with
Cool.
the questions.
What is my best way in? What should I be on the lookout for? What is my enemy's true position?
So you want your best way in without being shot, don't you?
Yes.
That would count as the best, yes.
If you
Yep.
hit,
And, like,
if
I'm
you hit the
happy to
emergency
accept.
button as you get to the floor, the doors won't open unless you open them manually.
That's a good point.
Um,
And I
Right,
wait for
that's-
them to come to me. Yeah.
that's the safest way, right? Like because riding the top of the elevator is pushing yourself into a massive pulleys and like
Yep.
massive weights.
Yep. So ride
and, like,
elevator.
And like really shitty jury rigging of high-powered electrics.
Yeah.
Right? Like there are like car jumper leads like leading to the like motors at the top into like crawl space in the
Ooh,
ceiling.
yeah.
Right? Like and they do the like spark ominously as you look up there. So that's your first question. What were your other two questions? Sorry.
What should I be on the lookout for? I mean, I'm guessing that part of the answer to this question is the other two.
Yeah, that's the best I can give you. Yep.
Yep. And what's my enemy's true position?
Um,
And I don't. And to clarify, I don't think the man counts because like the man is the weak point of this entire facility. The man is not my enemy in taking his life.
yeah.
Like he's a blip in that process. The enemy is whoever stands between me and the man.
I think
Yeah,
the answer,
like where-
answer to that is that like I think one is like I think you can tell that like I think you can hear above that one is at the door of the elevator, and the other is and I think you like can hear them being like cover. I think you hear someone. I think you hear someone like be like, "I'll cover this exit. You cover that one." Right, like as if there's only two exits from that room, including the elevator.
Excellent.
Um,
Yeah, so I think with that, Sunrise. I think what this is like the Guy Ritchie like Sherlock Holmes fight prediction kind of sequence, but it's like a really weird, incandescently lit like psychic through Sunrise's eye version of that. Like everything is flaming and red lit and like and we see like the vague shadows of like walls and then just like black shadows of people and everything is just red and fire.
yeah.
And we jump cut through it in this really like herky jerky like it's not at all smooth. It's like when we see a beat and then we see another beat and we see a beat and we kind of understand how those beats string together to make the future that leads to the man bleeding out of the mahjong tiles.
Yeah.
And then Sunrise just like nods and steps inside the elevator and hits the up button and
we cut
prepares
away.
to hit the emergency stop. And we cut away.
No, it goes up and then like it goes ding and you hit the emergency stop and then we cut. right? And we go
Yeah.
and like you hit
Yeah,
the
and-
emergency stop, and we hear the click of Muto's Uzi, and we like cut to that.
Yeah, totally. Oh, that's so good.
Right,
That's
a
so
thing
good.
does
I
not
love
do
it.
what it was supposed to do. A machine does not operate. Mito,
Sure, but that's
a firearm
okay.
has not murdered. So yeah, I'm really interested in
Yeah.
like
I have a lot of questions about this.
yeah. So
Um,
like it's just going click. What like
Yeah.
there is a beat. Do you do
There
anything
is-
in that beat?
The temptation is to just lunge at the guy, like
A biscuit?
yeah, just
I mean, she's not
lunge.
she's not armed anymore.
Well, this is kind of it, right? I mean, I'm still angry. Yeah, okay, the bullets didn't fly out of the weapon like I was expecting, but I still have a big, heavy block of metal in my hand, and there has to be like
That yeah, you can go aggro. Not go aggro. You can seize by force if you wanna.
yeah, that's. Hmm.
I love
Chase that
I love you
XP.
as
Chase
like,
that XP.
I love the two
Jimmy,
of you
chase that
as
XP.
Angel and Devil on.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am the angel that will lead Jimmy to the promised land of advances.
Of XP.
And Am is the devil advocating for no XP.
I want to know
Um,
by like a big chunk of metal. Do you
No.
mean just the Uzi, or do you also mean the hammer?
Oh, because I'm still carrying the hammer, aren't I?
I mean, you haven't said you weren't.
Yeah, no. So, oh, oh, I feel no. It's I drop the gun. I drop the gun and run at her with the hammer.
Now, what are you trying to seize by force? Is it her life, or is it control of the room, or is it control of her people?
I recommend you try one of the second two because otherwise
Yeah.
you're just going to get chaos.
Yeah, no, I the point isn't to kill here. The point here is to show that I'm in charge. The point here is to be like, this. You are in my territory.
In which
I
case,
just-
you don't actually have to smash her in the face with a hammer. You can just threaten to do so.
No, because she's
Well, I don't know.
floating-
But
because
Mino,
She's-
you only get the XP if you mean to follow through and it's going aggro.
it's not going aggro.
Roll that
because,
hard.
Like, if you're using a hammer, she's going to return, and it's going to be seized by force.
Yeah. It's,
Look how well
Yeah.
it's been going for me all session, Jimmy.
yeah,
Like,
no, it's like, yeah, no, it's gonna. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm. She killed a friend of mine. I'm sorry. Like, there's got to be consequences
That's
for
fair.
that. Like, she killed a friend of mine, so I'm gonna. Is it go aggro? It's same stat. Go
Seized by
aggro or
force, yeah,
seize.
but
Yeah, same stat.
yeah.
I'm rolling it and leveling up. Just FYI. Here it goes. I can't look.
Buddy, friend.
Oh, I was right not to look.
Oh,
Yeah.
pal.
Yeah.
Oh, Palo, buddy.
That's a 3.
Buddy, my dude, my pal.
Here's
oh,
the thing.
boy.
I'm willing to give you what you want, Jimmy. I'm willing to give you
Oh,
Oh, no.
control of the room.
Oh, no, the MC's doing that thing.
All you have to do is continue to like she's gonna keep being a problem, and she knocks the hammer out of your hand so quickly, right? She's clearly the physically superior one here, but just in that moment you manage to knock her to the ground and have your have your hands on her neck. She's like, do you get rid of the problem, or not. People will be scared of you. They might not like you, but they'll fucking do what you say.
Oh, I. Two of the worst. No, I.
Here's the thing, Jimmy. If you want that thing you bought with your last upgrade, this is how you do it. Otherwise, it's going to be a group of like 6 old people.
Oh.
I mean, did Jimmy buy it with his upgrade, or did we just give it to him because it made sense in the fiction?
No, he bought it with his upgrade, but the choice is
I did.
His followers,
Cool.
old people, or cultists. This is the choice he's making right now with his hands around Biscuit's neck.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I'd like the old people to like me, but
Who are you really on the inside, Mito?
We're gonna learn that, aren't we?
Show us your soul.
Does a piece of music start playing automatically, like spookily on the radio as this happens?
Because that's the thing too, like, it's literally one or the other. Because if a bunch of old people see you choke out a girl on the floor, like...
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh man, the song is "Oh Death" by Jen Titus.
Yeah, that's... I'm not going to be able to reason with...
Look, here's the question.
No, yeah?
Here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe this isn't something that Mito can process currently because he's in the ship.
He's had a bad day.
Yeah, but Mito has an audience, right? That they speak to.
Mm-hmm.
In this scenario, who is Mito's audience, and how may they best serve their audience?
Are you playing it to the cultists, or are you playing to the old people?
Or some other option.
Or
outside of that.
other. If you're playing to Sunrise, I know what I think you should do. Put it out there.
Yeah. Who is listening to the performance that is Mito?
Okay. This is how this is going to go down. The studio's on air. The studio has been on air for the last little while. And you know what that means? That means that Give can hear.
Shit!
Yeah,
Yes!
Literally just got into the room.
Oh,
Yep.
fuck. Oh, that's so good, Jimmy. I love you, you beautiful bastard.
Yeah,
Keep
like,
going.
there was no way that was not happening, right? Like,
Yeah, talk dirty to me. Keep going.
So I've got my hand around Biscuit's neck. And I am lost in rage, and I am just going to town. And then there's you know what it is? It's a literal needle scratch. There's a literal needle scratch across the record that's playing. And
You made me wondering, how did I get myself into this situation?
that's me. And it's like the scratch, and it all be like clarity just happens. And I release Biscuit. I stand up. I pick up the hammer. I walk over and pick up the hammer and the gun, and I say I turn to, I ignore Biscuit for the moment, and I turn to the rest of the cultists, and I say, "Get out. You are no longer welcome here. Get out of my studio. Get out of my life." I'm playing to the old people. They're gonna be my gang.
That sounds like it's maybe going aggro.
No, it's not. No.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't have a meaningful weapon.
This has already happened, right? Like,
Yeah.
Just a hammer.
Yeah.
yep.
Well, and the Uzi, but it's apparently useless. We'll
But it's
What
not loaded.
happens? What happens
It
is
doesn't
Biscuit
count.
gets up and she's like, we were fucking going anyway. You like, yeah, like, and like, yeah. She's like, let's go, boys. Let's fuck off. Leave this sad sack to his retirement home. And like, yeah.
I like the idea though that she says like all of that through like that scratchy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
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 Throat, but she just
Yeah.
talks
Like she's
through
clearly
it.
like shaken as
Mm.
fuck, but trying to project this like false bravado.
Trying
She's
to
also
no-sell it.
performing. She's also performing to an audience.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Cool. Also, I would really like to check on Parcher.
Oh yeah, right.
Dead.
How?
Yeah, like if you had gone to deal with her instead of dealing with Biscuit, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. I'm going to go to my record collection, grab some stones, and play Broadcast Paint It Blackout. That's what she would have wanted.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So Jimmy, so Ash, does this feel like a natural moment to flesh out Mito's followers?
yes, it does.
Yeah. Also, Jimmy, I'm just gonna put it out there
Mm-hmm.
for your consideration. You have an advance. You can take a new move. The Hocus has a beautiful move called Divine Protection. Your gods give you 1 armor, and like I don't know. I'm just really into the idea of you wearing like
The gods
vinyl.
of rock.
You just stitch vinyl literally like onto your clothes, and somehow that actually protects you. Something about that image is very beautiful. to me. So I just wanted to share it with you and the chat.
I like the
Just-
idea of it being like less physical than that. Like it just being like
That's fair. That's also
just
fair.
uncannily like
Rock and roll.
uncannily protected by your inherent rock and rollness. Like
Oh,
I think
that's-
that's really
Or
have
Jimmy, if you want to be really, so you already have rally for the cause. You could take the other version of that move, which is the Hocus version, which is called Frenzy, which is when you speak the truth to a mob, roll plus weird, and you get a similar list of like options but with some new stuff in there.
Let's
Yeah.
flesh out your followers and you
Let's
can use
follow
that
us
move once
first,
you've got
advance
your-
later. Yeah.
Right?
Okay, let me just get the
Yeah.
book up so I can see how we do this.
So, by default,
Okay.
you have around 20 followers.
which we'll get there in the story. Don't worry, that'll be a thing.
Yep.
Yep.
Fortune +1, surplus 1 barter, 1 desertion.
So
Okay.
make those notes.
All right. I kind.
So yeah, characterize them.
I
Are they your cult, your scene, your family, your staff, your students, or your court?
I'm tossing up between my scene and my staff.
Yeah.
Like, I love the idea of a bunch of really old punk rockers. Like just this, like, I'm too old for your crap, but the difference is that instead of, like rebellious teenagers, but old people. I really like that image. I think they're my scene.
Yeah.
I'm totally
that-
picturing. I'm not gonna lie, Jimmy. I'm now totally picturing the boat that rocked.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
that's the
That's 110% the
Yeah.
cultural reference
yes,
that
yes,
is like
yes.
being drawn
Yeah.
here. Also, can we just take a moment to talk about that movie? It failed critically and commercially twice in 2 different countries, edited 2 different ways. But every Australian I've ever met who's seen it thought it was amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't.
loved it.
And I'm not sure what is the cause of this very strange phenomena. I just wanted to.
That's true.
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
So
choose 2 from
they are my
the-
scene.
Yeah, they're your scene. So choose 2 from the next
Choose 2.
list.
Okay, Oh, okay. I definitely want them to be a powerful psychic antenna.
Yes, I love
That
the
is-
augury move. Augury is such a good move.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
And I think the other one that makes sense is that they are hardworking and no nonsense.
Cool. Yeah.
This sounds
think that-
great. I love these.
Yeah, I think that I love the idea that all of these old people are just friends that happen to be bonded psychically, love punk rock, and just don't screw around.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I want to
pretty
grow
cool.
fan out of these guys.
Yeah.
Yes. They're the coolest.
Cool.
All right. And then from the two downsides, or the two other things, what are they?
I mean, few followers would make a lot of sense of the fiction as established, right? Like,
yeah, that's I was that one leapt right out at me.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm tossing up
Yeah.
because
Pick two.
like we've already kind of established that they rely on me a little bit because I brought them in. But I also really love the idea that because of they hate I love the idea that they hate peace and reason in society, and that they're violent as well. So I'm tossing those two.
I'm not
up.
going to let you choose that one.
yeah, that
Okay.
doesn't sound like the old people who we've actually met.
Yeah, no, that's
I
fair.
feel
In that
like
case,
that
I
doesn't
feel
make
like
sense
the
considering
other-
how you got them. You
Yeah, I
chose
feel like
non-violence.
I feel like almost actually the other option here that kind of makes sense, given the whole dilemma we just saw, is that your followers aren't really yours, more like you're theirs, right? Like they are judging, like they have a lot of expectations of you that you have to live up to. Like I feel like it's
Yeah,
either that or they
that's-
rely entirely on you. Like both of those very much fit like what is established.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to find augury for you, Jimmy.
Yeah,
so you can
no,
hear about how that
I
works.
think that one makes the most sense. They're not really mine. Yeah, no, that's the one we're gonna do.
Yeah,
So
like
I'm gonna do. I
like-
have few followers,
yeah,
and
the shepherd belongs to the
followers-
sheep.
yeah, they aren't really mine.
So Jimmy, you ready to hear about augury?
Oh, always.
Oh,
Always.
this is a good one. So when you are able to use something for augury, roll plus weird. On a hit, you can choose one. Reach through the world's psychic maelstrom to something or someone connected to it. Isolate and protect a person or thing from the world's psychic maelstrom. Isolate and contain a fragment of the world's psychic maelstrom. Insert information into the world's psychic maelstrom. Or open a window into the world's psychic maelstrom.
Yes.
By default,
Yes.
the effect will last only as long as you maintain it, will reach only shallowly into the world's psychic maelstrom, so it'll be local to you, and will bleed instability. On a 10 plus, choose 2. On a 7 to 9, choose 1. It'll persist for a while without your actively maintaining it. It reaches deep into the world's psychic maelstrom. It reaches broadly throughout the world's psychic maelstrom, and it's stable and contained, no bleeding. On a miss, whatever bad happens, your antenna takes the brunt of it.
Oh, that's some. Yeah.
And that's like straight up probably the best move in the game, TBH. Like,
Yeah, I love
No,
that.
that is ridiculously cool. I'm
Pick,
yeah.
pick your things for your followers, and we'll you can talk about the other stuff. We can make that other decision on the break.
Yep, that's awesome.
So, what did you choose for your two? Was it few followers and?
Yeah, so a few followers, and I'm not really theirs.
Yep.
More like I'm not really. They're not really mine. I'm more like I'm theirs.
Yep. Cool. Awesome. That sounds great. And
yeah,
you
which
get the
puts them
fortune.
at what? Fortune plus 1,
Yep.
surplus plus 1 barter, surplus plus 1 barter, and augury, want, desertion, and judgment.
Yep.
Actually, no, just want judgment. There is no want desertion
Yeah. No. Exactly. Yep. Yep.
because it replaces it.
Cool.
Yep.
You are in
right.
for a good time, Jimmy.
So, like, yeah, I'm interested. Surplus plus augury. Does that mean that like you have like?
It means he can use them for augury during
Yeah.
the
Right. Okay. Cool.
period
Yeah.
of time.
Yeah. But you would have to have the augury to move. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so he means they give him access to that move during the session in which they are in surplus. But then next
Right.
session, if they go
Yeah,
into
yeah,
want,
yeah.
then like for whatever reason they're not antenna-ing
Yeah.
at that moment.
Cool.
Do
Alright.
they start?
It's about how deeply do they feel the rock and roll, you know, like
Yeah.
how much are they feeling it at any given moment.
Do they start in any state of want or surplus, or is that?
I think we would roll the fortunes move for that.
Yeah. We'd
to be
roll it.
honest.
We'd roll it now.
We would.
Roll the
Okay.
fortunes move.
Yes, we would, Jimmy. Yes, we would.
Okay.
So it's plus fortunes, which is +1.
+1. Okay. Okay. Let's. Come on.
No, where is that?
Bum, bum.
Oh no.
Judgment intensifies.
Wow.
Judgment.
That's
I mean, they did just
Like-
see you do
yeah.
a bunch of violence before you stopped.
Yeah, that's like I willingly accept that.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. At the moment, you are very, very judged. They are not. They are not in tune with the song you're singing right now. But I think that's a good place. I think like we see like a spray of like permafrost and snow like come in the door as someone like spins their tires out in the yard and like flicks stuff up onto the wall and it like comes in and like yeah, and we hear them like burn rubber away. And then I think we'll go for our last break and we'll come back for our last hour. Cool.